We all learn evolution theory in schools. Well, most of us do. However, what's taught in schools are just basic. What most people, especially religious fundamentalists, do not want you to know is that evolution theory can very naturally explain human nature. It's not in school. So I'll tell you here. I'll start from the least shocking conclusions first, and then we'll go to the most politically incorrect ones people have been trying to hide from you. Why cheetah run fast? Simple. In ancient time, some cheetah run fast, some cheetah ran slow. Cheetahs that run fast gather more food and live. Such cheetah then get married, form a family, and life offspring. The slow cheetah die. Got it so far? Here we go. Here, we see that evolution fine-tuned cheetah traits, namely, promoting cheetahs that run fast. It turns out, evolution do not only govern physical traits, like how fast you can run and other capabilities. Evolution also fine-tuned preferences. Preferences that are working out in the gene pool are preferences that are hardwired in our genes. Those are preferences that we don't even have to think about. We just feel like doing it. For example, most of us have strong preferences to have sex with the opposite sex. Why? Because those who do live have descendants and those who don't went extinct. Nothing strange, nothing bizarre. Now here we go. Say one male make 1,000 kids. Say another male make 1 kids. Which one will survive better in the gene pool? The one making 1,000 kids. You see, gene pool survival is not a Boolean value. Survival is not for the fit but for the fittest. Preferences that work in the gene pool in the past are preferences that are common nowadays. I can sense that the conservative will start going back to their Bible. Not yet. Here's more. One obvious way to make genetic copies of ourselves is by making kids. Now, if you're a male, how would you maximize the number of kids you make? You do so by mating with as many females as possible. Males that mate with more women and produce more kids, like Genghis Khan, will survive better in the gen pool, in the past. In fact, a genetic testing shows that the Y chromosome of Genghis Khan is the same chromosome with 1 out of 4 people in Asia. Now that's success. Let me repeat. Preferences that used to work in the past are preferences that are common nowadays. So, what do common typical males want nowadays? Mate with as many females as possible. Not necessarily making kids. Our preferences are set up in the past, where sex and kids are inseparable. There are no contraception whatsoever. So males want as many females as possible. It is normal to want as many females as possible. In fact, the normality of those who are homosexual is not far different than the normality of males that are monogamous. Successful males are males that can make a lot of money, gain huge political power, and mate with many females. That's what males want. What do women want? Women want the best genes. Those women that pick the best genes will produce more successful sons. How do women measure the quality of a male's genetic material? By success. Got so far? Now we got an issue. There are the same number of males and females. If one male is successful, the others don't get any. And that's the main sources of conflicts all over the world. When we're not at war, we're in a race. When we're in a race, those who are not competitive will want to knock down those running fast. Such preferences are called envy. Different societies then have different ways to balance tolerance towards success and some socialism to appease those who are not successful. The conservative, for example, allow economic success but demand socialism through lifelong monogamous relationship. The liberal, for example, allows sexual success but demand socialism in economy. None of which are optimum, in my opinion. I wrote plenty of articles suggesting how better social contracts can benefit both the rich and the poor. For example, taxing kids, rather than income and paying dividend to all citizens, will allow the poor to postpone making kids and have enough capital to get them rich. Now, that's the basic of evolution theory on humans' nature and preferences. I guess that's all for an article. Properly understood, evolution theory can be very useful. We can understand why there are many criminalization against consensual acts. We'll see that those laws are there to protect disgruntled competitors. We'll see why there are so many wars over religious doctrines. That happens because to be successful in countries heavily influenced by envy, the wise need to keep pitting people against each other. Many more are like this. Properly understood, we can correctly predict the outcome of our choices more accurately. Then we can come up with strategies that will result in what we want more. On the other hand, those who are blind will be eaten by those who see. It's toward one's best interest to learn and understand evolution theory. Ignore evolution theory at our own peril.